I love a good running gun offense. But
We did talk about who is coming back, right? Yeah, yeah, I see it.
yeah, I got it. I got it. Because it goes into a lot of what's up next. Because right now, guys, transfer portal is open, and we had a lot of people coming in this week because as of today, these are the latest transfers that are coming into UNC. You got quarterback Billy Edwards Jr., the redshirt senior from Wisconsin. Quarterback Miles O'Neal, redshirt freshman from Texas A&M. Wide receiver Trek Kekahuna, sophomore out of Wisconsin. Edge rusher Jalen Harvey, redshirt freshman from Penn State. DB Ade Willie, redshirt senior from Michigan State. Offensive lineman Sean Tompkins, redshirt sophomore from Baylor. Defensive lineman Tavoris Brown. I might I might have pronounced that name wrong. Redshirt sophomore out of Florida. Tight end Jackson Warren, redshirt sophomore out of Colorado State. Wide receiver Jonathan Bibbs, redshirt freshman out of Louisiana Monroe. And then offensive lineman Andrew Thritt from my school, my very own Charleston Southern University. So shout out to, so it looks like we have a
Ooh.
lot of people coming in, which
Hmm.
very, very, very chaotic.
Hmm. So I was looking into Billy Edwards, right?
Yeah.
He only played 2 games this year. He went 7 for 16 for 113 yards passing. I wonder what happened.
I think he got injured.
Yeah, because it looks like they went through a few quarterbacks this year.
Yeah, I think he got injured.
Because let's see here, he must say yeah, he only played 2 games. Then you got Simmons, O'Neal, and Smith. So Hunter Simmons played. He played one, two, three. He played 5 games. Went 62 for 118 for 664. He was the leading passer of the season.
Thing is, I'm watching the most is how many he will run off by the end of spring. How many will Jordan run off by the end of spring? That's
And
that's the answer. That's
remember,
the
they're a
question.
package deal. Then you
My
had
God,
Danny O'Neal, sophomore. He played 5 games.
Danny
Went
O'Neal.
61 for 90 for 635.
Are you talking about
And then
Wisconsin
Carter
still?
Smith, who's a freshman,
Are you talking about
played
Carter?
in 4 games.
Okay, so you're still talking about Wisconsin. Okay.
Yeah, so Wisconsin had a full on quarterback problem this year.
Nobody was the quarterback. That's the problem. Hey,
Not consistently.
they ain't know who to go with. Here's the thing. No. Let's talk about it. I respect the coach right there because he just got to the point. Hey, bro, we're gonna just try something at this point. Like we are bad. We're gonna figure this out real quick. Portal activity is a good indicator that quite a few young guys will play. Belichick just needs that veteran leadership and experience from the portal players. Yeah, I can definitely see that. And you also got to get the right players who want to give that veteran leadership and experience because there are a lot
Trey,
of portal veterans who don't want to come in and help the young guns or be help them get to where they're going to be. They just want to get theirs and get out. But definitely need that veteran leadership and experience from others for sure.
absolutely. Because you can't just go into it just thinking that, oh,
I know everything and then get burnt like toast every play.
get destroyed. Wisconsin was struggling all the way around. They went 4-8.
Oh, uh-oh. We just got a new one. Peyton Seelman just committed from Richmond. Linebacker. Hey, nice. So we just got a new one in there. Wait, was he in the? Did he play in the Richmond game when we played him this year?
Probably.
I'm curious now. My brain wants to know. Let me find out. He did.
Why do y'all?
He was
Why has every news outlet got to be behind the paywall?
he was their leading tackler. He was their leading tackler when we played Richmond this year. That's kind of cool.
Let's see here. We got Jonathan Bibbs is on the list. Yep, there he is.
Listen, we got a
Oh,
lot.
we got a visit from we're getting a visit from Syracuse linebacker Derek McDonald too.
Yeah. Only reason I put him in because it was only a visit, and it wasn't, and he hadn't committed to anything yet. They didn't say he was transferring in or nothing, so that's why I ain't put him on the list.
And then we had Gio deciding I'm gonna get into the portal. Whatever. Man.
Listen, that's the second part of this that we're gonna talk about real quick, because I'm just like, because obviously, we got our guys who are transferring in. We got our guys who are transferring in, and with that, you have the biggest name that's leaving, Gio Lopez, entering the transfer portal, along with our kicker Gaetano Bartolomeo.
Bartolomeo.
Yeah, Bartolomeo. I'm sorry, I butchered that entirely. Please don't.
Had you in a chokehold.
It did, Bartolomeo, and Gio entering the portal. I for Gio's sake, I don't like that look for him. I don't like that look for him. And I'm not even saying that in the sense of I want Gio to be the day one starter, because I want the best quarterback starting next year. I don't care who it is. I want the best quarterback starting next year. And if it's not Gio in Petrino's offense, then so be it. But leaving and entering the portal before you even try to see what this offense can be like under Petrino doesn't make sense to me for Gio
At all.
And the bad part is Gio looked so bad under Freddie Kitchens' offense. I feel as though he's not going to get the proper recognition or love trying to transfer somewhere else. Because they're going to look at him and be like, oh, well, you didn't do great at UNC. Yeah, you did decent. Because where he played at was D2, right? Or was it
it was South Alabama, so it's FBS.
Yeah, FBS. So people are going to sit there and look at it and be like, yeah, you look good because you played at FBS, but then when you went to North Carolina, you struggled. Then that's going to hurt him.
They're going to look at him like you played for a group of 5 team. You didn't play in a good group, in a good division with a good team. Then when you came to a good division with a better team, you looked bad. It's a BB and Lombardi probably thought Gio could be a southpaw Russell Wilson, but he couldn't play under center and isn't an anticipation thrower. Here's my thing. So my argument to that, hold on. So I got money on A&M quarterback transfer winning the starting job. Probably. So to get back to this comment here. So my problem with this AT, and I'm not saying that you're wrong, because I did see the possibility of him being a southpaw Russell Wilson, but he could play under center. The problem was Freddie Kitchens didn't put him under center. They ran that same shotgun / pistol looking formation all the time. They ran that same read shotgun all season long and never adjusted.
The only time they really went under center was with Max. Like when they had Max in the game, that's when they went with center probably 50% and 50 in that pistol shotgun.
I'd say 40-60.
And I thought to myself, Gio one, I'll give AT a little bit of credit. Like the anticipation thrower, I definitely can
Oh,
I
definitely
definitely
not.
can
I
say that.
don't disagree with that. I
Yeah,
don't disagree with that.
I can't disagree with that at all because there were definitely a number of times where he rolled out and he couldn't just be like, "Yep, I know where my guy's supposed to be." He wouldn't throw it to where the person's supposed to be.
A
He's waiting
lot of
until they
a
get.
lot of his
He's waiting
throws
until
you
they
would see
get
would
there.
be behind them or low or like literally having to force them to stop to get to it because he wasn't leading his players anywhere.
He was just waiting for him to get there.
He was throwing it to them and not anticipating where they were supposed to be going. They never adjusted because Gio couldn't do it under center. Footwork was a mess. I mean, I'll give you footwork was a mess, but like even the few plays that he did,
I feel as though both things can be true. Two things can be true.
Yeah.
Freddie Kitchens was bad at his play calling and his play selection because even when Max Johnson came in, the play calling wasn't great. Right? It wasn't great. It was a struggle. But Gio's footwork was indeed a mess. I can agree with that. There were definitely a number of times where it just
good. He was flat-footed more often than not.
He was flat-footed, and I think my biggest issue with Gio, he held the ball too long.
Way too long.
That's my biggest critique of Gio. He held the ball a whole lot longer than he needed to in several key moments. And it was like, bro, you should have got rid of this ball. You should have been
my argument to them never adjusting is if you would even when they put Max in the game, sure, Max could run the plays a little. Max was an upgrade in many of the situations, but some of the play calls was just god awful. Like, what are we doing? He said, do you think Gio had trouble seeing the field, kind of like a point guard? I think he did. I think he had trouble reading the field. I think he had problems reading pressures, reading coverages.
I'll say this. I think he had trouble reading. I think he had trouble reading blitzes. I definitely do think he had trouble reading blitzes.
Oh, recognizing them, definitely.
Yeah. However,
totally agree with Kitchens. I knew it wouldn't work.
However, I will also say, I think Gio had trouble trusting the player that he was throwing to. He would second guess who he was throwing it to,
he would double clutch a lot.
Even though those players are like
see over the lineman either.
I don't like to see over the lineman take because I've seen enough quarterbacks, even at 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", they don't see over them. They see through the gaps.
They're seeing through the gaps.
They're seeing through the gaps.
Because like we even saw it with even with Gunnar Stockton in Georgia, especially against Ole Miss. You've seen that happen. We've seen that happen multiple times. Because he went to go throw a slant. The slant is like lineman shoulder pad level when he throws it.
But if you can see it in that gap,
but he's also looking through the gaps of the lineman. He's not looking over his lineman. He's looking around them for most part because the linemen are supposed to create windows, but that's not.
That's why I say I don't like the see over lineman thing anymore.
I used to say the same thing with Drew Brees all the time when he was in New Orleans. But Drew Brees is one of the best passers in NFL history.
And here's the other thing. That was the thing for Russell Wilson too, because Russell Wilson was 5'11". And it's like you have to be able when your average lineman is tall, you have to make a caveat. You literally have to sit there and point.
But this also reads back into A&T's and your point earlier, just like what you two was agreeing with the trust thing. One, that goes to prove that Gio was not an anticipation thrower. Because one big thing that we know with people like Russell Wilson, like Drew Brees, heck, like Bryce Young.
Yeah. Oh, like they throwing it to where it's got to go.
They're not only are they throwing it to where it has to go, they're anticipating where they need to throw it. They're also trusting their receivers to make the play.
Facts. Like they're literally just like, hey, they're like, hey, I see you.
Yeah.
It's like, because to your point with Bryce Young.
Yep, and under center play action would have created gaps with a frozen defense reacting to play fake, making the importance of under center greater. Gio couldn't do it. Good riddance, blessings to him. So funny. So like he's not wrong.
Here's the bad part. Nothing what he said was wrong. It's that ending though. It's that ending like, hey, yo, good riddance. Bless his heart. Get him out of here.
He said, get out. May God bless you on your travel. But
I gotta get him with this one.
So funny thing about that, right? So funny thing about that. So they were saying the same thing with Atlanta's offense this year. We said that for 10 weeks straight. Because as soon as Michael Penix went down with that injury, because they ran that same god-awful pistol offense all season long, somebody went and did the numbers and noticed that Michael Penix was under center 0.3% of all the play calls they did. They didn't even put him under center for even a percentage of the amount of snaps they did. But as soon as Kirk Cousins is run under center over 60% of the snaps. And then we started seeing when it came down to play action and these zone reads and these zone runs, the zone run started opening up, play action started opening up because just like AT said, when you're under center, it is a much better play fake coming from under center because you have to go through the motions of handing the ball off. You have to go you have to go out and acting like you're reaching to this guy to get it to him and then bootleg back out. Even if you're just dropping straight back on a dive play fake, you're still going back to him, forcing linebackers and forcing safeties to come up or at least freeze and second guesses. Did they hand it off to him?
No.
When you're in pistol, when you're in shotgun, they can see you. It's easier to see you from that distance. Unless you are a good read offense kind of offense. Just like we'll take Lamar Jackson's a perfect example. With Lamar Jackson, every time Lamar Jackson has the ball in his hands, it doesn't matter who the running back is. You automatically know there is a 50-50 chance that he will pull this and he will run.
Shoot,
so you have to pause and make sure you read this play out. Because even if he hands it off 9 times out of the 10, that one time he pulls it, he's going to take off and he's going to hurt you. And even if he doesn't run it, even if it's like an RPO pass, you still have to worry about. You still have to worry about. Okay, when he pulls this, now I have to wonder. Okay, is he running it or is he going to throw? Because for a fact it is a threat. When it came down to Gio's situation, they never established him as a threat at any point. He had I think he had maybe a handful at most good read option plays that he ran. Where he either pulled it and it worked out great or he handed it and it worked out good. But outside of that, it was never established that he was a threat either through the air or on the ground. So when it came down to having to read a play action or read the option, nobody cared enough to commit one way or another.
That's what I want to know.
Send one guy blitzing and just go after him and make the play regardless.
That's what I want to know is like what part of that, and we may never know, but what part of that is Gio didn't want to be that threat, and what part of that is Freddie Kitchens didn't want to be that, wanted to make him that threat.
And you know what's the funny thing? The same question you're asking was the same question they were asking about Penix and Zach Robinson, because they kept asking, is Penix able to play under center, or is it one of those situations? Did he want to because he didn't feel he felt comfortable, or was Zach Robinson keeping him out from up under center because he didn't want to get him hurt?
And
so it's the same question.
At quarterback, you're liable to get hurt regardless.
He said, wait till we see this Petrino offense. McNeil and Edwards battle it out. Hall and June with a year experience. This offense will threaten vertically and laterally. Burgess can learn at his pace in rehab. I agree. I full on agree. Competition is going to be great because, like I said, just like I said, it takes the pressure off Burgess trying to have to rush back. You have a senior in Edwards at least, and a competent freshman with McNeil, because I have seen him play a little bit at A&M. He did look pretty solid.
You know me, I like Burgess. I do like Burgess a lot, but I do want him to be fully healthy when he is ready to rock and roll. He's going to steps on the field. Yeah, I want him to be 100%. So go ahead, take freshman year, redshirt freshman year, get used to the program, get used to learn how to study, learn how to read film, learn how to read a defense at the collegiate level, learn from O'Neal and Edwards, who get all that experience you can. That way, when your redshirt freshman year 27 hits, you can really compete for that starting spot and hit the ground running.
So, quick caveat, right? Looking through some transfer portal stuff, we need to go after Daniel Cruz, offensive lineman out of Texas.
You know, everybody named Mama gonna want him.
Hey, he's got 3 years of eligibility left.
I'm just saying, you know, he an offensive lineman out of Texas. You know, people gonna be trying to figure out what he on.
Oh, of course. I feel like if you want to be aggressive, you really want to improve this team, you better start showing it.
Oh,
we got a good bit of some portal stuff now, but now that you were able to attack it earlier and not make the excuse of, oh, we hopped in the portal late.
Oh, listen, they ain't got that excuse no more with me.
You better start rolling.
Like, we hopped in the portal late. Yeah, nah, we ain't got that excuse no more.
We try to get Malachi Williams too out of Penn State, defensive end, redshirt freshman.